Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce ourselves. We are from third group. My name is Fitria Husnul Khotimah and my partner is Khairum Amanah. Today we would like to presenting our material about clause. The definition of clause. Clause is a combination of two or more words that contain related subject and verb. Jadi, pengertian dari clause adalah clause merupakan gabungan dari dua atau lebih kata yang mengandung subjek dan verb yang berkaitan. The next is dependent clause. Dependent clause is a group of words that have one subject and one verb, but their meaning is incomplete. The characteristic of dependent clause is first, using the conjunction. For example, for, and, but, or, yet, so. The second is has dependent marker word. For example, because, however, after, before, in order to, when, whole, although, since, wherever, though, even if, whenever, even though, etc. Jadi, dependent clause adalah sekelompok kata yang memiliki satu subjek dan satu kata kerja, tetapi maknanya kurang lengkap. Nah, ciri-ciri dari dependent clause adalah satu, menggunakan conjunction atau kata sambung. Contohnya seperti for, and, but, or, yet, so. Dan yang kedua adalah mempunyai dependent marker word, yaitu because, however, after, before, in order to, when, whole, although, since, wherever, though, even if, whenever, even though, dan lain-lain. For example, when my mother was sleeping, my mother as subject and sleeping as a predicate. Nah, di situ kita bisa lihat sebagai contoh, when my mother was sleeping, yang artinya saat ibu saya sedang tidur. Nah, kita bisa lihat arti dari kalimat tersebut belum lengkap, karena saat ibu sedang tidur, apa yang sedang terjadi saat itu?
Kinds of dependent clause. Noun clause is a group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own and does the work of a noun. That takes the place of any noun in the sentence, whether they are subject, objects, or subject complement. Example, she was saddened by what she had read. In the sentence above, the noun clause what she had read is being used as the object of the preposition by. 5 function of noun clause. First, subject. Wherever you go, is you who has to decide. Object. She always overthink what people say about her. Object of the preposition. I like to keep a schedule of when I have upcoming appointments. In the sentence above, the noun clause when I have upcoming appointments is acting as the object of the preposition of. Complement noun clause. My wish is that Indonesia will be more peaceful and respect its constitutions. The last is subject complement. Actors can become whomever they want to be on the stage. In the sentence above, the noun clause whomever they want to be is the subject complement of the linking verb become. Next is adjective clause. Usually comes after the noun it qualifies and is made up of several words which, like all clauses, will include a subject and a verb. It answers the adjective questions, what kind, how many, or which one. Terdapat dua jenis adjective clause. Yang pertama adalah restrictive, merupakan kalimat independen dan dependen yang terikat. Restrictive clause berfungsi untuk mengidentifikasi noun yang dijelaskan dalam sebuah kalimat. Restrictive clause dapat dalam kalimat biasanya menggunakan that untuk memperjelas atau menggabungkan sebuah noun. Contohnya, I prefer to use smartphone that can capture great picture. That dalam kalimat ini digunakan untuk menjelaskan noun utama smartphone sebagai objek utama dalam kalimat. Yang kedua adalah non-restrictive. Kebalikan dari restrictive, ada juga non-restrictive. Sebenarnya, keberadaan non-restrictive ini tidak terlalu diperlukan karena hanya sebagai informasi tambahan dalam menjelaskan noun utama dalam objek. Dalam non-restrictive, biasanya menggunakan tanda koma mendahului relative pronoun. Contohnya, Michael, whose mom is passed away 6 years ago, developed his business overseas. Dalam kalimat ini ada keterangan whose mom is passed away 6 years ago. Tidak akan mempengaruhi keseluruhan arti dari keseluruhan clause jika keterangan tersebut tidak ada. The last is adverb clause. Is a group of words which contains a subject and predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb. It answers the adverb questions how, when, where, or why. The example, the first adverb clause of place answer question where. Wherever there is music, people will dance. The second is adverb clause of time answer question when. After the class are done, we will eat some meatball. The third is adverb clause of cause answer question why. She passed the course because she worked hard. The fourth is adverb clause of purpose answer question why. He ate vegetables in order that he could stay healthy. The fifth is adverb clause of concession answer question how. Although you gave it your best effort, you did not win the match. The sixth is adverb clause of condition answer question how. If you save some money, you can buy a new car.
The next is independent clause. Independent clause is a group of words that have a complete subject, verb, and meaning. The characteristic of independent clause is, first, consists of a subject explaining the contents of the sentence. Second, there is a predicate that describes the action of what the subject does. And third, disclose information that explains clearly and makes it easy to understand. Jadi, independent clause adalah sekelompok kata yang memiliki subjek, kata kerja, dan makna yang lengkap. Nah, ciri-ciri dari independent clause adalah 1. Terdiri dari subjek yang menerangkan isi dari kalimat tersebut. Kemudian, terdapat predikat yang menerangkan tindakan dari apa yang dilakukan oleh subjek. Dan yang ketiga adalah mengungkapkan informasi yang menerangkan secara jelas dan membuatnya mudah untuk dipahami. For example, Nadira is studying in her room. Nadira as the subject, studying as the predicate. And Novi goes shopping to the market. Novi as the subject and shopping is the predicate. Nah, jadi teman-teman bisa lihat sebagai contoh, Nadira is studying in her room. Nadira sedang belajar di kamarnya. Nah, di sini Nadira sebagai subjek dan studying atau belajar sebagai predikat. Kemudian contoh selanjutnya adalah Novi goes shopping to the market. Nah, di sini Novi sebagai subjek dan shopping sebagai predicate atau predikat. The next is independent clause plus dependent clause. The combination of the dependent and independent clause is a sentence. A sentence consisting of an independent clause and dependent clause is called a complex sentence. After becoming a complex sentence, the meaning will be complete. Nah, jadi gabungan dari dependent dan independent clause adalah kalimat. Kalimat yang terdiri dari independent clause dan dependent clause disebut dengan complex sentence atau kalimat yang lengkap. Setelah menjadi complex sentence, maknanya akan menjadi lengkap. For example, she feels fresh when she wakes up. The second, the day is bright when the sun shines. Nah, di sini kita bisa lihat sebagai contoh, she feels fresh when she wakes up, yang artinya dia merasa segar saat dia bangun. Dan contoh yang kedua adalah the day is bright when the sun shines, yang artinya hari cerah saat matahari bersinar. Okay, I think that's enough for today's presentation. If you have questions, please write in the comment column. Thanks for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.